just going to cast this feeder across the river. I'll show you the clipping on technique. Perfectly simple. Cast out, other side of the river. Again, the reel goes top side of the rest. Turn the claw, push it together, and all that's holding that now is the upward pressure again of the handle. I'm just looking for a little tap bite on that tip. It might be just the merest of taps, like this, from a chub bite. And I want to be able to hit that straight away, so I reach for the reel seat, a quick flick of the wrist, the claw releases, and I'm into the fish. I put the rod back on the rest, turn, push together, up goes the handle. This time it could be a barbel type bite, where that rod bends right over, and it literally can go down and touch the floor if you want. But that claw will be hanging onto that rod handle securely. And all I'm going to do now is go to the reel seat and give a nudge with my elbow there, and I've got the rod. If you were going to move away from your rod at all, even if it was just a few yards to go and get some bait or your flask or whatever, just spin that wheel forward. That will hold the claw locked so that it can't release. Then if you did get a bit of a pull, the worst that can happen is that reel could drop down there, but the claw won't release. As soon as you're back at your rod and in position, then spin the wheel fully to the stop, and that's now in its working position. The ideal thing about this setup as well, because the setup is just here on an extending bank stick, if the bank stick went in the floor further, you could either raise or lower to the right position. There, that's about the right position for me. Lock the bank stick off, and there you are, just in the right position. Quick flick of the wrist, claw releases. I'll just show you one or two pieces of my equipment. It's ideal for this rod setup or the river fishing where you've got rod in the air. This reel, it's a new Kuma Payback. There's another one with the same features on it called the Sequel. The reason this reel is unique, you've got anti-reverse on, which is usual. Flick the anti-reverse off and then you've got forward and reverse. Again, same on all reels, but this reel is quite unique. You've got a centre position there, and that is a second anti-reverse position. It's absolutely ideal for method feeder fishing or the rod in the air, so that you don't get the handle going backwards on a take. But to release the anti-reverse lever so you can pay line, all you've got to do is turn the reel handle 1/5 of a turn forward, and that lever will flick off instantly. There, and I can pay line. Absolutely ideal method feeder, river fishing with the rod in the air. On my equipment here, you will see that I've got the ProLogic connectors. These are the new spec, genuine ProLogic. There's small indentations so you get a perfect fit. There are a lot of poor copies about that haven't got the fit or the finish of these. I have everything on them. There, rest head. I have landing net so that I can unhook the fish. With my landing net head, I can unclip it, offer it into my keep net easily, or I could just put it on some scales and quickly weigh the fish so that I know what weight of fish I've caught. Put it back on, pull the collar back, click, and it's got it. That's totally secure now on your landing net handle. I'm just going to show you how to strip down and reassemble the claw. You may have dropped it in the mud and want to give it a clean, so I'll show you just how easy it is to take it apart and put it back together again. If you did just drop the claw in the mud whilst you're out on the river bank, you can either just wash it in the side of the lake or river just to get you up and running again. When you get home, if you don't want to strip down the claw, then it's perfectly fine to just put it in a sink of warm, soapy water like this. Give it a swirl round, give it a good shake off, or let it dry overnight. And there, that's the claw clean again. I'm now going to show you how to strip down your Clever Claw and reassemble. I have the big hand wheel so the claw's in its lock position, and I'm going to take off the stop. This should never be taken off unless you want to strip down the claw. I'm now holding the claw together with fingers and thumb so that it doesn't spring apart on me. I undo the hand wheel like so. Now I'm going to just part the claw, and inside you'll see there's the stainless steel spring. So I'd give the claw a good clean down, bit of a blow to dry it, like so. I'm now going to, just in the bottom of here, always offer the spring into the arm position, into the arm first. In the bottom of the arm, in that cavity, there is a small hole. I'm hoping you can see that. You then put the tang of the spring, it doesn't matter which way the spring goes round, you put the tang of the spring into that hole. Just hold it with the tip of your finger, like so, whilst you offer the shaft into the hole of the arm. Then turn everything so that you can see down into the body part. There is another hole in there, just locate that, and once you've located it, you can move your finger out the way, and then just push the claw forward, turn it to its fixed position there, hold it together with thumb and fingers,